Hello, hello. Welcome to the 30th episode of From Impossible to Inevitable. I'm your host, Megan Bauer. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you for your subscriptions and your likes. If you're listening on a podcast platform, please know that there is a YouTube version if you would like to watch instead of listen. And you can find a link to that in the show notes of every show. Today, I want to introduce something to you that I introduced to my daughter about a month ago. So I knew when school got out, I was like, we have to do some school type tasks every day this summer so that she doesn't lose everything she's gained, everything she's worked so hard for this past year. And as I was thinking of how to best make this fun, because she is 9 and already she's going to be resistant to doing schoolwork type tasks, I wanted to make this as fun and and encourage her as much as possible to participate in this, because she is one that I need her buy-in. If I don't have her buy-in, it is a struggle. I'll share a real quick story that I wasn't intending on sharing, but this really highlights the personality of my oldest daughter. When we were potty training, I had decided, okay, we're done with diapers. You are old enough. You can be potty trained. We're doing this. Okay? Yay. Mom made the decision. That was the first problem. I made the decision. It was a struggle. She realized at 2.5 or 3 or whatever she was that I couldn't make her use the toilet. I couldn't make her. I had no control over that. I had no power. And she realized that real quick. And so it was a real big struggle until I got the inspiration to try something a little different. We had this little teepee tent thing, and she wanted it in her room. She wanted it in her room so bad. And so it was all, you have to assemble it. And so it was all like wrapped up in its bag. And I sat in her room with her in that bag, that teepee bag. And I was like, man, B, I would love to put this up in your room. Wouldn't that be so much fun? She's like, yeah, that'd be a blast. Let's do it. And I was like, I'm really sorry. We have this changing table in here. When you decide that you are going to use the potty and we don't need to do diapers, then we can take the changing table out and we can put up this really cool teepee. And that will be really fun. So let me know when you're ready and we can do that. That day, she was potty trained because she decided that it was worth it for her to use the toilet. She knew how to do it, but it was a fight because she hadn't decided. So that's the kind of personality I'm dealing with here. I need her buy-in. And I love that about her. I want her to keep that strength because that will be a strength to her, especially as she grows up. So anyways, I'm like, I need to make this fun. So I printed out a habit tracker for her, which is a habit tracker that I use as well. And I wrote down on the habit tracker all of the things that she would need to do on a daily basis. And by daily basis, I mean Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, she gets off. That's great. So Monday through Friday, she has to read for 20 minutes. She has a math, an addition, subtraction math workbook. She does a page in. A multiplication workbook, she has a page in. She writes a page in her notebook. And she's doing speech therapy this month, so we have speech therapy tasks. And then on Fridays only, she has to do our laundry. So this is what this looks like if you are watching on YouTube. So this is what her habit tracker looks like for June. And then I decided to write, there's a note section, I wrote down the rewards. So a daily reward for her doing those tasks that day is that she gets electronics or she can go see if friends can play. For a full week, I set up a play date. So that's like guaranteed play date time with whoever she wants. For a full month, so as you can see here, she did the entire month of June. We'll do an amusement park day. It's like a smaller amusement park. It's not like a big one. And then for 2 full months, we'll do a big amusement park day at one of the big places. And then we set specific dates for those amusement park dates so that it was like, it's not a question. You get this done, this is the day we go. You get this done, this is the day we go. This has worked really well for her because every day she can see what she has left to do if she's already done stuff. She can see, it's very visual for her. And with the addition of the rewards and the concrete dates of those rewards, I feel like it's added a layer of certainty to the whole process that she, gets those rewards. And this is when. It's not a question. So habit trackers are really great. We tend to forget. We'll either think we always do something or we never do something. Sometimes we're not like, oh yeah, I mean, I'm kind of hit and miss, but you always feel like you're on the always or never spectrum of the hit and miss. I mean, if you say you always go to the gym, you're saying most of the time you go to the gym. You go to the gym most of the time. I never go to the gym. I mean, you know what I'm saying here, right? Like we tend to speak in the extremes and we don't really see or notice the progress that we're making. And I think it's really interesting on the last day of June, so June 30th, she was actually considering not doing her tasks for that day. And I looked at her and I looked at her habit tracker and I was like, well, B, that's your choice. You don't have to do your things today if you don't want to. But you've done all of this work all month long so that we can go to the amusement park on this specific day. Let's see, July 13th is our first one. So you've done all this work so that we can go here on July 13th. And man, it would sure be a shame if you missed it because you didn't do your stuff on the last day. And she looked at that and she was like, wow, that's really not worth it, is it? And of course, she got her stuff done, which is great. So reeling that into applying for us, I think the easy part, and this is, gospel of Megan, right? The easy part is printing out the habit tracker. The easy part is writing down your habits. And even to an extent, the easy part is getting things done on a more than not basis. The difficult part is setting those rewards, is setting like, what do, even just a reframe of why are you doing this? Why is your habit? Why are you trying to build this habit? Why is this a goal? And what are you building up to? And rewarding yourself along for doing a great job, for doing the things you said you were going to do to yourself. What is your reward for keeping this promise? And when are you going to actually give yourself that reward? I'm fairly good at setting rewards for myself, really not great at actually executing on giving myself that reward. I'm one of those people that tends to just keep on working. Oh, great. I did that. I hit that milestone. Great. Let's just keep going. Not great for personal morale. And it also, if you set a reward and then you don't give yourself that reward, you're not learning to trust yourself, which trusting yourself is a key part of confidence. Didn't know if you knew that, but it is. And if you don't give yourself the rewards that you say you're going to give yourself, you're not building that trust with yourself. You're saying, oh, yeah, I know I said I'd get my toenails done after I did that, and I did that, and I'm too busy now. I don't have time to get my toenails done. I'll just keep going. I'll just keep working. I'll just keep doing this. And then your rewards are meaningless. And then what you say to yourself is meaningless. And you don't want it to get to that point. You want to be able to trust yourself. And if in the past, like before, right at this very moment, you have been kind of telling yourself you're going to give yourself that reward and then taking it away and not doing it, just accept, okay, I've done that. That's okay. I'm choosing now to move forward, and set yourself rewards that you're actually going to follow through on. If maybe having a full 8-hour spa day is out of the question, then what you should set is, okay, I'm going to go get a fancy soda or whatever it is. Or, okay, I'm going to treat myself to lunch or whatever it is that's easy, but still a reward. I have a friend, a phenomenal friend, who actually uses her phone as a reward, which I think is just amazing. That she's like, okay, I'm going to do this for an hour, and then I get to look at my phone, and then I get to get on social media or whatever. She uses her phone as a reward, which is just incredible discipline. But also, that's teaching herself that she can trust herself, because that's such an easy reward. She also has this favorite drink that she most keeps on hand, and every time she does the thing, she's like, and then I'll reward myself with the drink. Okay, well, she already has the drink at home. It's already there. And it's such a great feedback loop, because it's like, you do the thing, you go get the drink, you drink it, your reward, ta-da! It doesn't have to be intense. It can be, when you go to the grocery store, you get 5 chocolate bars, and whenever you've done your task for that day, you eat one of the chocolate bars, or whatever it is for you. Whatever it is that brings you joy and can be a little reward to help you on that feedback loop of habits. If you haven't read Atomic Habit by someone cool, man, what's his name? I don't remember. But the book is Atomic Habits. That is the title of the book. It's white and gold, and it's really pretty. Anyways, that is an excellent book. It's a really great book. And maybe I'll delve into some of those topics on a later podcast, because that would be really great. But this is a great book for explaining how habits work and helping you use that knowledge to actually make or break habits that are to help you get on your way to wherever it is that you want to go. Excuse me. And habit trackers like this is not mine. I did not make this. I got this from a mentor of mine, Bonnie Christine. So I'm not going to give it out or anything, but this is really easy to make. As you can see, habit, days, notes section, real easy to make. Doesn't have to be fancy. You can use that to help you on your path and on your way to whatever it is that you want to accomplish. And a tiered rewards like we've done for my daughter here is amazing. If you want to work up to a full spa day, then work up to it and know that you earned it. Know that, set a date. When you are making your rewards, be like, okay, I am going to go ahead and book this appointment for this day. And if I don't get it, I'll cancel it, and that'll be fine. But I know I've already got it blocked off on the calendar. No excuses. Set up a babysitter if you need a babysitter, whatever it is, and give yourself that, because you deserve it. You deserve it. I told a friend once when she was like, she said something to the effect of, yeah, but I feel like if I just set up all these rewards, then I'll be giving myself rewards all the time, and it'll just be overkill and everything. And I told her, I was like, when you are starting to teach a kid how to potty train, you give them a sticker after every time they go potty, or you give them a piece of candy, or whatever it is that you are using as the motivator. You do it after every time. And then there's a point where it kind of fades away. There's a point where they've got it and they don't even ask for a sticker. They don't even think about it. They don't even need it because the habit is so ingrained. But when you're building a habit, you get the metaphorical sticker every single time. And then there's a point where it just becomes part of who you are. You don't need a sticker to take a shower in the morning. You know, like my 9-year-old doesn't ask for a sticker every time she goes potty. That'd be weird. I'd be like, no, like you're 9. What the crap? Like you have a sticker book. Go give yourself a sticker. Like if you feel like you need it, do it. But that's my point. There'll be a point where you won't need the soda, or maybe you do. And if you do, then you do. And that's great. And you can use that. Okay, I've done it every day this week. Now I get this. So just as a reminder, we gave her a daily reward and a weekly reward and a monthly reward. And then for 2 full months, we gave her a reward for that. So daily, weekly, monthly, 2 months. That's 4 rewards that we have done for these same set of tasks. It doesn't have to go to that extent, but why not? If you want to do something big, then the reward should be big. The other thing I want to say about rewards too, that helps build trust in yourself. If you tell yourself, I'm going to work on this for an hour, and then I get to have my soda, or then I get to have my candy bar, or whatever it is. If you don't do your hour thing, don't give yourself the reward. Because then you're telling yourself, I don't actually have to do what I say I'm going to do in order to have what I want. And in the long run, that's not going to help, because whatever habit you're building, or whatever it is that you want to work on, that's not going to build. You're not going to actually create that if you don't actually put the time or the work or the effort in. So at the very end of the day, you doing the habit or the task or the work or whatever it is going to be a reward of itself, because you'll get to where you want to go. These little rewards are to just kind of help you on your way. And so don't make a connection between two things if you're not planning on following through. If you can't get through the day without a Dr. Pepper, like you just cannot do it, then don't make that your reward. Make something your reward that's something that you can get through the day without, if you choose not to do the thing. Don't make it feel like a life or death thing. Make it feel like a fun thing. Make it light. My daughter, it's not like I told her, okay, if you don't get your stuff done, then you don't get dinner. No. It's like, if you don't get your stuff done, then you don't get the iPad. You're not going to die without the iPad. You're going to want the iPad, but you're not going to die without it. She wouldn't die without dinner either, but you get what I'm saying. Don't make your life hard. This is supposed to help make you easier. It's supposed to help make it more fun, more light. Okay? So there you go. Habit trackers. They work for the young and the old. Okay. Go off and be amazing. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. So thank you. All right. Until next time, I wish you the best. Bye for now.